De-escalation file loading.
I was in the photography industry for a really long time, and I had just got done working with a family, and the mom had reached out after I delivered their gallery, and she had a couple of concerns that she reached out through email, that there was some things that she did not appreciate.
Human communication is more than just words. In fact, research indicates that during an average conversation, as little as 7% of what is communicated is through actual words. 38% comes from tone and voice, and 55% from body language. Let's take an example. Try reading this sentence and guessing the tone of the message. Now read the sentence again and guess the tone of the message using visual clues. Did you guess something like this?
Hey, what are you doing?
Now read the sentence one last time. Did you guess something like this?
Hey, what are you doing?
As you can see from this example, a written sentence can be read many different ways without context. So what happens when communication is just words? Suddenly 93% of normal communication cues are missing. This is often the case for electronic communication such as text messaging or email. To make matters worse, research shows that without these nonverbal communication cues, our minds are more likely to assume a written message is meant negatively than positively.
The email message in response, she took it offensively. So we were emailing back and forth, and it just seemed like the conversation was escalating.
Because electronic forms of communication do not allow for nonverbal cues such as tone and body language, and especially because our brains often infer negativity, miscommunication and conflict can often result from electronic communication. This can lead to an unfairly negative opinion of a coworker, doubt about one's own work performance and perception in the workplace, decreased productivity, and strained working relationships. The following are tips for avoiding miscommunication in written messaging such as through email or texts. First, where safe and possible, have conversations in person, or where that is not possible, over Teams, Zoom, or other platform that allows you to see the facial expressions of the other individuals. If Teams or Zoom are not possible, try to have the conversation by phone so that tone and voice can be heard. If the purpose of the communication was to have something in writing, you can always use a follow-up email to confirm the conversation. In the event verbal communication is not possible, be mindful that your email does not have tone, facial expression, or body language to give context to its reader. One way to overcome this is to expressly mention the emotion you are experiencing as you type the message. For example, I am sorry or I am worried. Another suggestion is to add brief, casual statements. It doesn't take much time, but can personalize an email and help the reader overcome the presumption of negativity. For example, hope you are doing well or let's catch up sometime soon. Finally, depending on the recipient and your team dynamics, easy to understand emojis, such as a thumbs up or smiley face, can sometimes be appropriate in a professional environment. However, ensure you understand how cultural, generational, and other dynamics may impact the recipient.
And as it got further into discussion, I realized that I needed to just pick up and call her. After speaking with her, it was fine. She had calmed down, she understood the message that I was trying to portray to her, that if I switched up the editing too much, it would probably make it look even worse as opposed to better. But after the conversation, we did find a neutral common ground, and she even printed a big canvas to hang up in her house because she loved how much they look.
De-escalation complete.